Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Debunked Paranormal. Today we are talking about the Waterfall Girl. In my previous video, you guys said it's the wind. I said it's paranormal. I know it's not paranormal, but I also know it's not the wind. This is a small waterfall compared. It's not as powerful as you guys think it is. And this video is going to explain a lot more. I do have the answers now, but please in the comment section, if you still feel after I've given my explanation that this is the wind, tell me in the comment section. And then explain to me how this is the wind. If you don't believe my explanation or my proof that I'm going to show you. But before we get into it, please subscribe. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. It helps out the channel a lot, especially the subscription part, and the like part, and the comment part, and the bell notification part, and the sharing part. Every part that you're doing is phenomenal. But it's not the wind, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the other video that I found on this. It took some digging. I found this video. This video exposes more of the video itself. Of the previous one, I just had a short snippet that couldn't explain a lot. This one does. So let's go ahead and look at the full video. Then I'll give you my explanation and show you the proof of editing in this video. Here we go.
Bueno, vamos a ver esto. Yo he grabado desde un centro ceremonial indio. Dice vivir en su cabello. A ver qué pasa. Oh, Dios mío, son los espíritus.
I don't know what he's saying, but he sounds excited. So yeah, in this video, look how close she is to the waterfall now, and she's about here when the hair gets flicked. So yeah, it's definitely not the waterfall itself. Here the hair gets flicked over here. It's a vast difference, or a vast distance from where she was to where she is now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, that waterfall isn't that big. It's not that powerful. I have been at a way more powerful waterfalls than that. That even at a distance, you can hear the waterfall and the power of it. This is not the same thing. But that's not the wind. And I do have evidence. But before I show you the evidence that I have, I'm going to show you a different video clip. Not of the Waterfall Girl, but of how the Waterfall Girl video has been edited. So this is the exact same concept. And have you ever heard of Ghost Crash? Okay, here's the first crash. Now, there will be some people in the comment section that will believe that these crashes are real. Well, the crash is real, but it is against another car. But there will be some people that's saying they do crash into an invisible force. Because you know that you get those people. It's crazy. But let me show you the edit over here. Well, there's a lot of it. Listen, to key out a scene like this takes a lot of editing. And so mistakes will be made. But right here is one of those mistakes. You can see the bridge jumping down or falling, getting compressed, as well as this sign over here, which is from this truck. And that's just part of it. But if you go frame by frame, you can see mistakes. Still, it's well done. It's not bad at all. Here's another one. Here's another one. Look at the smoke around the car when this happens. Is that normal? No, it's not. Because it's been keyed. The other car has been keyed out. Look at this one. Now, if you are one of those people that believe that this is real, let me show you something. For example, this car. It's got this light here. That's this light part over here. It's going to follow it. Look. And why do you think that is? It's because the other car is being keyed out. Okay, but not just that. Look at this part down here. It gains a body part even though it was just taken off. And then look at the flat line there. And then over here you can see it even better. And then over here it just disappears. And then Look at the way the car looks at the back here, because the other car needs to be keyed out. That was part of the accident. So that's one. There's a couple of these videos out there on the internet, and you can go and investigate yourself if you want to. But the way this is done basically is like you see before this video starts, there's a blank canvas. Now, when I say blank canvas, I do not mean there's no video. I mean that in this particular video, the crash hasn't happened yet. So it's a blank canvas. Now, you have to have that blank canvas in order to do this. So you can key out the one car and have the other car in there. And then just have everything work together there. Because if you don't, it's going to be hard to take pieces of the road and put it in here and put it in there and so on and so forth. So you have to have that. And that's why you'll see a lot of mistakes. And I mean, for there to be mistakes is normal. There's so much work going into this. But look at this one. There's no car over here. And now there is. Boom. But all of this looks normal. That's the power of editing, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's how this is happening. Now, the car that this one is crashing into is there. It's just been keyed out. And a blank canvas has been used to help them achieve that. So the blank canvas in this instance will be on this part of the road. Over here. This is not the blank canvas. That part is running as normal. Here you can see, look, over here there's a cut happening. And the bridge is splitting, or not the bridge, but the post that holds the sign over here. You see there? That is when this part has been cut out so to play normal, and this one is not playing normal. This one is in a loop now as a blank canvas. That's why that cut right there happens, because this is where the car comes in now. And you can see movement. I'm talking now specifically about this part because the cut runs down here. All the way up here. You see all over the place. You can see, okay, they did cut out this as well, which is so idiotic. So they had an idea of how to do it, but they just messed it up a little bit. But otherwise, it's done brilliantly. I've got no issue with the way they did it. Actually, I do, but you know what? Whatever. But that's how the Waterfall Girl has been done. And I can prove it. Remember in the previous video, I did pick up some things in the background that does not seem normal, that I was willing to just let go. So let me explain to you what happens. So there's a person either here, or there's two people, one on this side, one on this side, but I'm thinking over here. And some of the parts you'll see that looks weird is just parts of the video that they had to use in order to make it look normal. Like this entire side over here, the water is flat. It's not moving. It's doing nothing. Look. There's no water movement on that side whatsoever. All the water movements on this side. So that's a blank. That's just something that they're using as a template there to help make this look normal. But here where the flick happens, and also something that didn't sit right with me is when the flick happened, this girl didn't do anything. She didn't flinch, she didn't look surprised, she just let it be. Why? Why would you just let it be? Because there's someone there with her. And you can see this in this part over here. There's going to be a white line that appears, and then the line goes away. Right before the flick happens. Look at her arm. Look at the straight cut down here on her arm. That is where the keying was happening. Now you can see these types of details all over the place. Of her arm moving funny, her leg disappearing. Like right there, the leg, the foot part is disappeared, and then it will reappear shortly. There it is. Boom, there it appears there. It's not because she's bringing the foot forward, it's because that part was keyed out. I believe the person behind her put his foot or her foot over here in between her legs, and this part needed to be keyed out. because they stepped behind her half and flicked her hair up like that, and that's why that happens. Now, your question would be, if this is a blank canvas, why is the waterfall acting normal? That's the power of editing. But there is a part over here that you'll see. It looks like the water hits a invisible barrier. So right there, there's a straight line there. Now you might say, well, that's nothing. Well, look closer. Boom. The water is moving down but not going anywhere. It hit that invisible barrier and then it moves on. So, which is not normal. Now you have a splash over here which just appeared out of nowhere. Boom, there it is. And then it goes away in time. It doesn't move with the water normally. And you can see this editing lines over there. And then it eventually just fades away. And then there's another part after the flick happened. Oh, here it is. So before the... excuse my dogs. There's probably someone walking past. So there's the first line that happens as the flick is happening right there. Then when that is done, you have another one that pops up over here. And there it is. Right over here. Because that person is now moving away from this woman. Or this girl, whatever. But you can see this part over here. It's not normal. It's not the way of the movement of the water. And then it disappears. Because, seriously guys, it's not easy to key out someone and to make it look normal. And you can also see a jump frame there. Boom. And then this weird line. So yeah, that definitely happened. But there was someone there. But also they borrowed pieces from the background over here. Because you can see weird movement over here. Which is not compression. It's due to editing. You see that? It's not compression. That's editing. And it happens throughout the entire video. Because they needed to make it look like everything is normal. But as soon as you take out the person that's walking next to this woman, you change so much of the scenery over here that you have to borrow from other places to put in there to make it look normal. And then you get weird lines and stuff happening. Like, yeah, it's difficult. But it happened. Look at this glow around it now, which is not normal. The guy who did this is clearly not bad. And it might even be the same guy who does the ghost crashes. So Ghost Crash, at the end he says his name. I haven't, by Donato. So Sassone. I don't know how to pronounce that. Donato Sassone. This is probably the same person that edited this video. I didn't look too far into it to prove even more because the proof is there. It was the person that's with her was just keyed out, and that's why this happens. There was another part over here of this video that which is part of the waterfall, and it happens when the flick is happening. Let me see if I can quickly find it. Right there. Right over here. There's something happening. And also this part of her body disappears. And I guess it disappears because the arm of the person that flicks the hair is in the way there. Yeah, so it takes a lot of editing to do that. But he did it. Now that I've showed you the proof, look at the flick again and tell me it's the wind. It's not the wind, ladies and gentlemen. It was someone else. But that is the proof I have for you guys. If you aren't satisfied with that, I'm sorry I couldn't satisfy your wind theory. And that it's not the wind, but it is an edit. If you are satisfied with that, I'm glad I could convince you it's not the wind and that it is an edit. And I'm sorry that I said this is paranormal. Even though I knew in my heart it's not, because... Wait, that sounds so cheap. I knew in my heart that this is not. But I knew it's not a ghost. I knew it's not a ghost. It's just... I didn't dive too much into it, and I should. Before I do these videos, I should dive into it more and more and more until I have a satisfactory answer. And if I can't, then I will upload it to get your guys' feel for it. And if you say stuff like, which I don't feel like it would be, I will tell you that, okay, this is not the answer. Let's probably look at something else. But yeah, we found the answer. I hope you guys are satisfied. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.